The purpose of Peplau's theory is to facilitate the development of problem-solving skills within the context of the interpersonal relationship between nurse and client, using education and therapeutic actions.
Hi, sir. My name is Nurse Peplau. I'm going to be your nurse for today. So, can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
My name is Jimmy Horgan. I was born September 17th, 1990.
Okay, now tell me what brings you here today.
Well, I just started nursing school, and it honestly feels like boot camp. My IBS is acting up again. I'm not sure what to do about it.
Okay, tell me more about your daily activities and routines.
Well, I'm in class many hours at a time. For example, last Saturday in lab, we were supposed to be there for 7 hours, and we ended up being there an extra 6 hours.
Wow.
It was crazy, and my IBS just went crazy on me, to be honest, yeah.
So tell me about your symptoms.
Well, I've had abdominal pain, constipation, severe diarrhea, cramping, bloating, real bad gas, and I've had a lot of trouble sleeping.
Orientation phase. During the orientation phase, this involves learning about the individual's difficulty and the extent of the need for help. During this stage, the nurse receives a client the same way as one meets a stranger in other life situations. This provides an accepting climate that builds trust.
Well, it sounds like nursing school has taken a negative effect on your IBS. And I also see your lab results are showing a blood urine nitrogen and creatine ratios are a bit elevated, which are signs of dehydration. Your pulse is also a bit high, which is also another sign. And the dehydration is likely caused by the fluid loss because of your diarrhea.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm feeling very stressed. Furthermore, my diet has been poor since I don't have time to prepare meals for class. I'm having a difficult time managing my stress, and it seems to be getting worse. I don't know what to do.
During the identification phase, the individual is responding to the nurse and feeling a sense of belonging. The nurse assumes the counselor role and helps the client understand and integrate the meaning of current life circumstances. This provides guidance and encouragement to make changes.
So now let's learn about some stress relievers and what we can do to improve your diet, okay? So what we're going to talk about now is your diet, and tell me a little bit of what you've been eating since you started school.
Well, I've had hamburgers, chili cheese fries, chimichangas, coffee, Snickers, soda, Monster Energy drinks, 5-Hour Energy, basically anything to keep me awake and alert.
Wow, that's okay. So now we actually need to come up with a diet that's accessible to you as a student, but that will help alleviate your symptoms. So is there anything healthy around your school? Any healthy foods, restaurants that you can maybe think of?
Actually, yeah, there is a cafeteria at my school, and there's a healthy sandwich place on the way to school that I guess I could try out.
Okay. Do they have bananas, rice, soup, potatoes, non-spicy food, non-greasy food, or what is it that?
Well, yes, they have all that, and I guess I can get some of that there and take it for later during my classes, and I guess I could pick up a sandwich on the way to school rather than going to McDonald's.
Oh, well, isn't that a novel idea? That's actually excellent, because it's better for you to eat small frequent meals. So if you can have something healthy and actually eat it during your breaks, it will be easier on your system. Now let's talk about what we can do to relieve some of your stress. So what kind of activities did you enjoy before you started nursing school? Let's talk about that.
Well, before nursing school, I used to have time to work out at the gym.
Okay.
I used to go hiking. I had a girlfriend, and I used to have time to hang out with my friends, but my girlfriend broke up with me, and I don't have time for my friends anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Well, is it possible if you could do like a 20-minute walk in the morning when you wake up, along with some simple exercises in the house since you don't go to the gym anymore? And that could help you when, for your studying. You could study while you exercise. And I could also give you more information. I could give you a pamphlet on the sort of things you can do to relieve stress.
Now that I think of it, actually, I could listen to my podcast that I have for class while I'm working out. What a novel idea.
Exploitation phase. During exploitation, the individual identifies with the nurse and makes full use of the services offered, including the nurse's interpersonal skills. The nurse uses the resource role and answers questions and interprets clinical treatment data. She also gives instructions and provides teaching to the client.
Those all sound like things I can do. I'll start working on them as soon as possible.
Great. Make an appointment to come back in 2 weeks, and we'll see how things have improved for you, okay?
Right.
Resolution phase. This phase is the completion of the nursing process as old ties and dependencies are relinquished and the individual prepares to resume independence. The nurse's leadership role helps the client assume maximum responsibility for meeting treatment goals.